A quiet neighborhood, a picture-perfect family, and a night that no one would ever forget. What if someone you trusted more than anyone else held the darkest secret of all? On the surface, the Harpers had it all: success, love, and stability. But as the police would discover, perfection is often just an illusion. Today we'll take you inside a chilling case of greed, betrayal, and a family torn apart. You won't believe the twists in this story. Welcome to Crime Unveiled, the channel where we dive deep into true crime stories that shock the world and keep you on the edge of your seat. Today's story takes us to Maplewood, a small town where everyone knew everyone, or so they thought. The Harper family was seen as the epitome of success and happiness. Richard Harper was a 45-year-old businessman running a chain of furniture stores. His wife, Emily, was 42, a beloved elementary school teacher known for her kindness and dedication. They had two children, 12-year-old Sarah, a budding artist, and 8-year-old Ethan, a soccer enthusiast. To everyone around them, the Harpers seemed perfect. But behind closed doors, they were far from it. March 15, 2018 started like any other day for the Harpers. Neighbors saw Emily gardening in the front yard that morning, and Richard left for work as usual. The kids were seen playing outside in the afternoon. But by nightfall, the Harper house fell eerily silent. At 11:45 p.m., a neighbor heard a loud crash, followed by what sounded like muffled shouting. But in a quiet, sleepy neighborhood like Maplewood, no one suspected anything sinister. The next morning, the police received an anonymous call. The voice on the line simply said, "Check the Harper house. Something terrible has happened." When officers arrived at the Harper residence, they were met with an unsettling sight. The front door was ajar, and the house was deathly quiet. Inside, the living room was in disarray. Furniture was overturned and bloodstains streaked the carpet. Emily was found lying on the floor, her head brutally struck multiple times. Next to her were the bodies of Sarah and Ethan. The children had been struck in a similar manner. The murder weapon, a bloodied hammer, was missing. Richard Harper, the father and husband, was nowhere to be found. At first glance, it looked like a robbery gone wrong, but the absence of forced entry and the untouched valuables hinted at something far more sinister. Detectives quickly pieced together the evidence. The first break in the case came from Richard's own car. Parked 3 blocks away, its trunk contained a pair of gloves and a roll of duct tape, both smeared with blood. DNA analysis confirmed the blood matched the victims. A search of the family's financial records revealed that Richard was in serious debt. Over $500,000 in loans, credit card bills, and failed business ventures had pushed him to the brink. Then came the bombshell. Richard had recently increased the life insurance policies on Emily and the children, totaling $1.2 million. Surveillance footage from a nearby motel revealed the final twist. Just hours after the murders, Richard checked into a room under a fake name. The footage showed him casually buying snacks from a vending machine, as if nothing had happened. Richard was arrested at the motel the following evening. During interrogation, he denied involvement, claiming he had been out of town on business. But his story unraveled under scrutiny. GPS data from his phone placed him at the crime scene at the time of the murders. The blood-stained hammer was later recovered from a dumpster near the motel, and Richard's fingerprints were all over it. In court, the prosecution presented a damning case. The motive was clear. Richard wanted to erase his debts using the life insurance payouts. The defense tried to argue that Richard was framed, but the evidence was overwhelming. After a 3-week trial, Richard Harper was found guilty of 3 counts of first-degree murder. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Sadly, cases like this are not as rare as we'd hope. Studies show that financial stress is a leading motive in about 25% of familial homicide cases. Every year, thousands of families experience violence from within, a betrayal of trust that leaves a permanent scar. The Harper family seemed to have it all, but one man's greed turned their dream life into a nightmare. What drives someone to commit such a horrific act? Is financial desperation ever a justification for such betrayal? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, the truth is often darker than fiction. Hit that subscribe button for more stories that will leave you questioning everything you know about the world around you. This is Crime Unveiled. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.